Hello everybody, what's up? It's Savannah, and today we are continuing our playthrough of Tavern Talk. And if you guys have not already, make sure to go to part 1 so you're up to date on the story, or else you're going to be incredibly lost. I'm not here to lie to you, okay? I want you to enjoy it. So go ahead and go over there, and then we'll see you here later. And with that, the people who are up to date, let's go ahead and get into Tavern Talk. Act 2, Starlight Sonata. Trouble in Paradise, 9th of the Astral Moon. See who we're gonna see today. Hello. Oh my god, hi. Good morning. Good morning, Clay. Did you sleep well? I did. It took ages for you to fall asleep. I was too excited thinking about our adventure. But I slept really well. Happy to hear that. Tia, did you sleep? She passed out right after she had some soup. I hoped that Lady Cassiopeia would send me signs for my divine mission in my dreams. Did she? I don't remember. Sounds like you slept well then. Anyhow, I see you had time to prepare the quest. Wonderful, let's get started. Let's take this one step at a time. Clay, I was looking forward to some soup. And I hope you like lentils. I left some with your purple friend and told him to keep an eye on it. You didn't. Clay. Well, I hope Andu enjoyed that soup. Thank you for feeding my familiar, Clay. Of course. Did you two enjoy your soup? Very much. Clay is quite the talented chef, even though eating it did make me very tired. And Tia is a very good cooking companion. Oh my god, are y'all dating? It took a while to make, so we had a lot of time to talk. It was nice. What did you talk about? Friendship bracelets, I hope? Not quite. Many things, like I thought it'd be fun to make her niece one of the little dolls my granny taught me to make. The ones with the flower dresses and many axes. I don't have any siblings or cousins, but Tia said she's gonna make little star lamps for my parents' garden. Is that so? He offered to cook for my family. And I can't offer to cook for his. My cooking skills are unimportant to my destiny. But I thought if I were to visit, it would be appropriate to bring some sort of thank you gift. And who wouldn't want some stars in their garden, especially now? That sounds lovely. Have you ever visited the Highlands before? No, not thus far, though I have always wanted to. Our snow dragon building competitions are famous. I've never heard of those. Oh. But they do sound intriguing. When I was young, one of my friend's stories... Oh wait. When I was young, one of my favorite stories the Elysian told me was that of the ever-burning flame. It is said to have been a gift from Leviathan to the first mortals. Along with it, he bestowed the power of elemental manipulation upon his chosen. I vaguely recall there being another version where one of his guardians stole the flame from him instead. Blasphemous hearsay is all that is. We should be thankful for the gifts he has given us. I've always wanted to pay my respects to the flame, and it just happens to still be burning in an ancient temple in the Highlands, keeping the hope of Asteria alive for eternity. So I'm looking forward to seeing it in person sooner rather than later, and with a local guide, no less. I have never visited it before, but I once went to the Autumn Glow Festival in Verica. You can see the temple from there. The Autumn Glow Festival? What's that about? I'm sure he can tell you all about it another time. Please, let's get back to the quest. You're right. Let's continue. Now, the quest. Of course. So I'm assuming you're going together? Unfortunately. I was going to go alone, but Clay insisted on coming along. Why is that unfortunate? It's a very dangerous quest, and he is not practiced in the ways of a divine warrior. I think he's fine. I think he'll be okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. Could you imagine if he tried to befriend some bleak stalkers? That'd make for a fun story, I think. But if you really want to do this alone, you could just go by yourself. Who would make her soup then? Exactly. That makes sense. Plus, I need to meet those bleak stalkers. I've never seen any before, and I can't wait to find out what they like to eat. You. They like to eat you. Only if they're hungry. Could you at least try to be reasonable? I am. Local creatures can be very helpful. I know they can be dangerous too. Of course, it's important to have your guard up so you can defend yourself if they're scared. Generally, if you approach anything non-violently, they'll like you more. Maybe the innkeeper can give us some extra charisma too, so we can convince them to help us out. I could offer you some honey flowers as well. They can be very inspiring, even to bleak stalkers. I think so. At least I've never tested that one out, actually. We could test it for you. Nonsense. We need to head into this knowing we'll have to fight our way through. The name Bleak Stalkers doesn't exactly inspire confidence in their hospitality. Not to mention, there could very well be many more dangerous monsters roaming the abandoned Everbloom. We need to refresh our strength and hope that our mortal weapons will be enough to damage them. If that's of concern, I could offer you some citrine. Some citrin? Citrine? Citrin? It's infused with divine properties that'll bless your weapon's strike. With a little help from the dragon, no creature should be able to withstand you, no matter how bleak. Citrin can only be found deep within the Forbidden Valley. How would you even have access to that? Oh, you know. No, I don't. Anyway, I think both of your strategies could work. Strength and Citrin will let you fight your way through any danger in no time, but the right mix of defense, charisma, and honey flowers might offer a more unconventional solution. I'm actually feeling more of the defense, charisma, and honey flowers because they were already successful with the previous whale encounter that they had because they didn't just immediately fight it. So I kind of want to keep going with that. Can you help us decide? I don't want to argue. Sure. Okay. I feel like that's where his strengths lie. Clay's strengths lie, so. Do our honey flower. Okay, so we've got honey flower. And then we need something that's going to give us 3 defense and then some charisma. I feel like this is going to be a new drink that we haven't made, probably. We got this going on that we could maybe do as a first snow. Or we could keep doing our Frosted Lagoon. We need defense and charisma. That's defense and charisma and some agility. So maybe the first snow would be the way to go because look. I think it's supposed to be first snow. We'll see. YOLO. And then do a first snow. Let's see. I would love to hear the story about you befriending those bleak stalkers. Or at the very least how their teeth were no match against your armor or your pecs. Plus, this worked well for you last time, Tia. Let's hope I'll be lucky again. Fine, I trust your judgment, Innkeeper. Good, you should. Thank you for all your help, Innkeeper, but we should get going now. Indeed. Wait, why are you in such a hurry? Yesterday I met Fable at the farmer's market and they helped me pick out the right vegetables for the soup. And then they invited me to their barbecue on the 31st of Cassiopeia. So we need to make it back in time for that. You can always leave early if it takes too long. And what about you? What about me? You're also coming. I have to work. You also have to eat. Saving the world is bound to make you hungry. And you might even have fun, who knows? I will consider it. Let's hurry then. Let's! Innkeeper, can you let Fable know we'll be back in time? Of course, I'll let them know as soon as they grace my tavern with their presence again. Oh yeah, Grace should know too. I think she's bringing her famous fortune nuggets. I'll tell her as well. I wish you a successful quest. It shall be so. Bye! See you soon! Bye! Okay, cool. I love Clay. Oh, well, hello. Greetings, Innkeeper. Hello, Archie. Good to see you again. It's always a delight to be here. It makes me feel like I'm part of something bigger already. I'm glad to hear that. Speaking of which, were you able to help those farmers out? Oh yes, talking to Fable was truly inspiring. They were so right, the farmers really had no interest in gold or other riches. So instead, I helped them with reconstructing their lands, barns, and houses. With my own 2 hands. I even got some blisters from it. Remnants of my first ever heroic deed. Very exciting and painful. Now that I think about it, do you have a recipe for a drink that could help out in this specific situation? I want to be able to help every single farmer with ease. I want to lift the heaviest logs and steel myself for the most stubborn splinters. You're right, a drink like that is still missing from my recipe book. Let me think of something. Oh, thank you dearly. Oh, recipe unlocked steel tonic. When I was making my way to your tavern, I walked past an astounding duo of adventurers. A stunning seraph and a massive half-giant. They were so utterly impressive. I aspire to be like them someday. It feels like I'm in a book. Like I delved headfirst into one of the stories in my bookshelf. Magic and adventures surrounding me with every step, and unknown, lurking dangers of the shadows. This is also exciting. But now, I'm just daydreaming. Originally, I came here seeking one of your magical drinks. Of course, what would you like? Preferably something that'll help me defend myself from devious dangers, like splinters in my hands. The drink I had last time. Well, I presume it did something, but those splinters were a real nuisance, I tell you that. I got you, don't worry. Okay. Give him some defense. I can't give him a steel tonic. With a steel tonic running through your veins, you can become the buff party tank of your dreams. Its cooling qualities mixed with surprisingly spicy aroma boosts your vitality to new heights and leaves you impenetrable to damage. That is, if they are even fast enough to hit you. Let's try to make it, I guess. I don't know. 1, 2... I don't know if I can, actually. Oh, I don't think I can. I think I need an infusion for that. Whoops. Okay. It was worth a shot. Anyways, let's get into... Let's just do a Frosted Lagoon, I suppose. I think that's all he really cares about right now. Some of this. And some of that. Bing bong. Here you go. Protection against your arch nemesis, splinters. Here you go. Ha! I can already feel my skin getting tougher. Helping people grow calluses is my secret party trick. Maybe I should bring my friend here someday. Your drink mixing magic is quite peculiar, really. Oh, your friend. Is he from Winmore as well? That is correct. I've known him since we were kids. Mostly due to our parents being of similar wealth and influence, I think we were kind of chosen to be friends. We decided to write each other's letters when he's not here in Zenith. He's actually in a kind of dire situation right now. You see, he's a diplomat, deeply involved in the whole Diria mainland negotiations. Due to him nearly getting kidnapped during his last business trip to Diria, he decided to fire his entire personal security crew. If you ask me, his reaction was a little over the top, but I don't interfere with such decisions, so... Now he doesn't have any bodyguards and I would like to help him. But honestly, I have no clue what I should do. He definitely doesn't need my money, just like the farmers didn't. He's got more than enough of it as it is. I mean, if you're brave enough, you could volunteer to be his bodyguard. Splendid idea! I like how you think, innkeeper. But I don't know if I'd be strong enough. Even with your magically infused strengths, he might need more protection than I could offer. Well, I still do that thing with the quests. Oh, you're right. I could just hang up a quest on your pinboard. And then some brave adventurers would offer to help us out. My friend means the world to me. I would never forgive myself if something happened to him. So you're looking for the best bodyguards in Zenith? Absolutely. Well, I already have some folks in mind that are more than qualified to do the job. Let's just hope my quest writing skills are enough to attract the right people. Do you write a lot? Oh, he said that. I'm sorry. No. Yes. Are you conflicted? Sometimes. I love to write stories about cunning and courageous adventurers. Somehow, they always manage to get out of the most dreadful situations by cheating death multiple times. And that's, well, writing doesn't really fit the image of a heroic adventurer himself, does it? Why would I dream of other people's journeys if I could live the tales myself? You've got a fair point. Also, it's always easier to write about things you've experienced firsthand. Absolutely. Oh, I can't wait to see my friend again and help him out. I'll be more than prepared. Fable also offered to teach me how to use a bow. How could I say no to such an enticing offer? Getting taught by the Fable of the Ashen Grove himself? It's more than I could ever dream of. They also mentioned another friend of theirs, an imposing Vu-kicking lady named Carolyn. Do you know her by any chance? Oh, Lynn? Yes, I know her quite well. She's quite the local legend. I'm surprised you hadn't heard of her. She's single-handedly slew a wyvern chimera. That's incredible! This tavern is full of hidden treasures. Apparently Lady Carolyn is bored because her newest protege is on a mission and hasn't returned yet. So she'll be joining my training with Fable. Oh, you're in for a ride. How thrilling! I nearly can't contain my excitement. But for now, I've got to think of the right words for the job posting. Don't worry about that. Assembling quests for patrons is one of my services. Really? That would be so helpful. I got you. You'll have the perfect crew of bodyguards for your friend assembled in no time, trust me. Thank you so much, and also, thank you for the drink. Coming here is always a delightful source of inspiration. I'm always happy to help. Until then, innkeeper. See you next time, adventurer. Start shining my glasses another day. Oh, hello! You look fabulous. Okay. Oh, okay. Hey, yeah, how's it going? Hello, come on in. This is a cute little tavern. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't that convinced from the outside, but the interior is really adorable. I'm glad. Are you accustomed to more opulent exteriors? For sure, but I do enjoy the cozy feeling of a simple tavern. You know, it's good being away from the hustle and bustle of the big city sometimes. I get that. Are you new in town? I am. How'd you know? It's been a while since I last saw a phantasm around here, that's all. I just took a guess. Ah, I see. I came here straight from the capital, just needed a moment to breathe, you get me? Oh, I do, that's why I settled here on the outskirts of Zenith. This town is big enough for me to never run out of work, but small enough to never feel overwhelmed. Yeah, exactly. So, you run this business and keep? Correct, just me, my familiar in this tavern. Oh, and all the regulars that come here, of course. Of course. And with whom do I have the pleasure today? Perhaps one of my next regulars? Who knows, maybe. The name's Voyage, but you may call me Voy. You too, Voy. All right, boy, got it. What can I do for you today? Stop blowing me kisses. This is inappropriate. Well, I mean, drink would be the way to go, I suppose. Wait, don't tell me you haven't heard of me. Not yet, I'm afraid. I suppose I should have? I'm the Voy, the famous bard. Ring any bells? Oh, okay, playboy. Nope. Well, I guess you'll have to get to know me then. And what better way to do so than a fine drink made by the finest innkeeper? You're a real sweet talker, aren't you? I guess I am. Yeah. Is there something specifically you would like? No. Surprise me with something that'll make me even more irresistible, like a real Prince Charming. Oh, I wonder what he could want. I wonder. Maybe a spoken heart? Speak your heart to me, Voy. I ain't about those Playboy characters. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not about it. There you go. May this drink give you an untwistable silver tongue. Oh, this is good. Nearly as good as my musical talent. I have a feeling this drink might influence your next performance. Will it boost my charisma even further? You'll have to wait and see. Let's just say you might want to come back afterwards to get another drink. Oh, now you're teasing me. How about you tell me more about you now? Didn't you want me to get to know you better? Hold on tight to your countering, Gabe, because I'm about to knock your socks off. Bring it on. So, right in front of you is the one and only Voy. Traveler of lands, stealer of hearts, and the most famous bard in all of Fesoa. Not only because of his immaculate talent, but also because of his good looks, I might add. I'm fairly impressed. Of course you are. Might I ask for an autograph later then? But what brings you here, Voy? As I said, I just needed a breath of fresh air. A short break from the big city. Is it hard being famous? Not really, no. Maybe a little bit sometimes. But making music and performing is my job, and I absolutely love it. So it's not a big deal, really. It just makes me cherish the quieter moments. Makes sense to me. Would it be cool if I kept you and your little familiar company for a bit? Let's read more about Voy. Phantasm, 22, he, him, bard, Tregerin, chaotic good, the sun. Voy, short for voyage, is a very famous bard working in the capital. He needed a short break from the fame and troubles being a musician comes with, and ended up here in Zenith. He's a particularly flirty fellow, though he falters when you happen to match his energy. Damn. Absolutely. Make yourself at home. Nice. So he's flirtatious until you're flirtatious back, and then he's like, what do I do? I didn't expect this. Hello? Quincy? Hello there, traveler. What can I get you? Usually it's my role to ask that, but given the circumstances, I'll humor you. Well, this is my tavern, and it has come a long way. Love the colors of the walls. A new coat? It's been a good few years since my last renovation. But yes, I thought it was time to accept some change into my life. Thought so. What is life if not the constant changing of the self? How I missed your endless wisdom, Quincy. I can only imagine, innkeeper. You look like you might be in need of a refreshment. How about a drink? Yeah, long journey. Surprise me with something as charismatic as your little establishment. They got flippin' Quincy's Tavern up in here? Okay, slay. You want a spoken heart? I got you. 1, 2, everybody count with me. 3. And then a little smidge of this. And then a little smidge of that. I love you, Andu. Andu is a handsome boy. Okay. Here you go, liquid charisma, my specialty. This tastes magical. Seems like you've improved a good deal since last time. Practice makes perfect, after all. Indeed. So, what brings you to this corner of the world? Ah, I'm looking for the feathers of a peculiar little bird. They're said to only reside in this neighborhood, or continent, rather. What bird? The golden loon. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but the golden loon? They're quite beautiful to behold. If I were you, I'd look for them near a big lake. That's where they usually hang out. But only in Fasoa. Hence why I came all this way. Oh, plumage of gold, glistening in lights of day. A traveler's bold. That would be a very poetic way to greet them. Tell that to the stupid Song of Vigor Guild. They didn't like it? Nah, they don't like anything that isn't mainstream. Like subtext. But isn't that what lyrical works are all about? Pouring your heart and soul into something for others to take in? And only if you push away the layers and read between the lines will you find the true meaning. Exactly my thinking. It's just that now I'm afraid that they'd laugh at me. Or remember me as the bard without a heart, all because they don't understand. You know, there's nothing wrong with being afraid. Fear can sometimes keep us safe from danger. But something in my mind is that fear does not stop death, it stops life. Damn, I like that. Preach. Do you enjoy your art? Yeah, and I want others to enjoy it too. I, for one, greatly enjoyed your Golden Loon haiku. Me too! Aw, Innkeeper, thank you. But you shouldn't base your value on whether people like what you create or not. There'll always be those who don't get it and those who find themselves in it. Honestly, facts. Okay? You'll lose yourself if you're trying to make other people happy and try to make everybody like you. You're not really going to be yourself, and you're not going to create the things that you need to create or that you should be creating. So do it for the people who appreciate your art, but most importantly, do it for yourself. That's one way to look at it. You know, I imagine all this so differently, way easier for sure. Moving from Trigorin, the smallest of towns, to the big city, I'd always dreamt of joining the SOV guild. And then they promptly rejected me. But I'm Voyage, and I don't give up because of things like that. I don't need a guild to get out there and share my music. All I need is me and my Hygium. That's right, I've seen many people spend too much time giving attention to those who will never understand them. Facts! My 2 cents, live for what you believe in and allow others to make their own decisions. That's what I'm doing. Good. But unfortunately, I have to leave now. Gotta find those loons before it gets dark. It was nice having you around, Quincy. Until next time, and don't forget, take care of yourself, Innkeeper, and be safe out there, Voyage. You too. Bye, Quincy. Think we're gonna see Quincy again, or do you think that was just like a little like pop-up? Nice guy. Yes, he's an old friend. Didn't know you do it. Friends. Perhaps we could be friends too, Innkeeper? Not yet. Oh. Maybe one day. Damn. I guess I'm playing hard to get. Hello, Una. Welcome back. Quick and keep your strongest drink. This is an emergency. What happened? Hi, Baya. It's absolutely urgent. Relationships are on the line. Not lives. Listen, Innkeep. I'll tell you the story, don't worry. But you gotta be a little patient because Baya really needs a drink first. Yes, please. What do you need? The same as last time? Oh, that one was really delicious. I'd love to taste it again, please. Got it. I'll get you something that'll make you feel as agile as a spider again. Sorry, my country came out. What is that, a swift strike? Yep. Look at me, I'm such a pro now. 1, 2, 3. If you're not counting with me, I'm mad at you. Okay, we got beef officially. I don't like how everybody has to sing the ABC song, the alphabet song. Okay. There you go. My strongest strength to the rescue. Thank you. This is... good. Oh, thank the dragons. That pause made me so nervous. I really thought she would mess it up. Thanks for having so much faith in me, Una. You're welcome. But Baya, are you feeling better now? Yes, at least a little bit. That's good to hear. Please fill me in on the situation now. I've never seen you this upset, Baya, and you have to endure the Bloomtide Festival every year. You're right. So, I have this group of friends. They're girlfriends. We three have been inseparable for at least a few centuries, but now... Oh no. Very insensitive to ask an emotionally vulnerable and sweet girl what's troubling her, innkeeper. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. It's okay. How about I tell her what's going on, Baya? You don't have to strain yourself. Thank you. Oh my god. Okay, so, Sweet Baya over here has had a long-lasting group of friends, right? Right? They're a trio inseparable for at least a few hundred years. And they're an adorable trio, might I add, the Swamp Monster, the Banshee, and the Mary Morgan. Ah, yes, the Mary Morgan, the wrathful spirit that is known to drown men. I've heard she doesn't really differentiate between genders, though. Yep, that's right. Anyways, the Mary Morgan and the Banshee are a couple. So I figured. Have been for a while. I recall them coming by once or twice. But right now, how should I put it? They're in a domestic dispute. For some reason, the two have completely stopped talking to each other. They even refuse to show up to Baya's monthly tea parties, insisting they'll only come if the other isn't invited. Why? I don't know. It's like they don't like each other anymore. And soon they won't like me anymore either. It does smell like a breakup. Let's not catastrophize. Catastrophize? I don't want my friend group to fall apart. People have always left me, girl. Because I scare them. I don't want them to leave me too. Now, I'm sure they won't. Oops, I didn't mean to put that up, sorry. Say something, innkeeper. Don't worry, Baya. They've been together for so long that they must have already solved numerous arguments. They'll get through this one too. She's right, they've been through worse. But... what if she is wrong? What if they do break up? What if they really leave me? I just wish there was something I could do to help them. Oh no, we got Casanova over here getting ready to write a song for the lovebirds. If I might just add my 2 cents real quick. Hi, I'm Void. That's short for Voyage. You might have heard of me before. I'm pretty famous. No. Doesn't ring any bells, sorry. Anyway, Baya, that's your name, right? Mm-hmm. What's keeping you from getting to know other people? Like, you seem really chill. Well, usually everyone's afraid of me. But the innkeeper has always been nice to me. I trust them. And I've known Una for a while now. Didn't she pick endangered flowers from your backyard last time you met? Yes. The bouquet was really cute. I know, right? You meet a lot of people when you travel across the lands looking for potential clients and work. And honestly, I've seen stranger creatures than her in my years as an adventurer. Baya is also really cute under all that moss and kelp. Oh. Shush. I mean, you might look a little terrifying, that's true, but maybe you just have to figure out how to get through to people. I'm sure they'd want to be your friends. I don't know about that. Usually they try to burn me. Luckily, I don't scar easily. Oh, what a nice metaphor. Might have to use that in a new song if you don't mind. People hurting you over and over again just because they're afraid. Exes leaving you, but you always manage to get over them. It's not a metaphor. Once every few moons, people surround me with torches and pitchforks. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. You don't say, kid. But honestly, I know how you feel. Sometimes facing people is terrifying when you feel so different. But there's always something to love about everyone, like my handsome smile or enchanting voice. Maybe people would enjoy my spa. You run a spa? That's fantastic. Yes. You should come visit sometime. Voy, that's short for voyage. Just Voy is fine. Do you want to come to Una? I'd love to, yes. There's nothing more soothing for the old bones than a nice swamp bath. Okay. Do you get a lot of customers? No. None. Maybe I can change that. Let me advertise your spa at my next performance. I would love that. Thank you. No worries, Baya. But let's get back to your girlfriends. Innkeep, don't you know someone that could help them out? The situation is kind of tricky. They might need a mediator. I can absolutely hang up a quest for you if you want. That would be great. Thank you so much. Of course, making my patrons happy is part of my job. Now who's the sweet talker, huh? But now I have to wait, right? Yes, unfortunately. How about you show us around your spa in the meantime? It would be my pleasure. And once we're back... Ooh. Sorry. New character information. Maya is a bit shy due to some bad experiences with other people. That led to her having only a small group of friends, and now that they're fighting, she's afraid of ending up alone again. Working through her fears, she invited my customers to her spa. I bet her mud masks are out of this world. Nice. Oh, we got a new update on the map too? What, Amber Isles? Oh, that's kind of cool. Amber Isles are a group of islands to the south below the Gulf of Fog. They consist of the island of Dalwell, the Copper Archipelago, Moria, and Niverduff in the south. The climate on the islands is very warm, allowing for lush forests and sprawling flower fields, not to mention gorgeous waterfalls. The title Amber Isles comes from their golden orange trees that reflect a warm, gentle light when approached from the horizon. Very cool. And once we're back, there will be a solution for your two friends. No pressure. There's a millennium-long friendship on the line, remember that. We also have a starless sky. You know, the, fate of the world is probably in danger right now. So I have a lot going on, okay? I'm not just here picking a wedgie out of my butt. Yeah, absolutely no pressure. I'll see what I can do. Thank you. See you then, Innkeep. Yeah, see ya. Oh, I can't wait to feel how smooth my skin is after a mud mask. You think I can take my crochet hook with me? Okay, bye, y'all. Have a good one. Get rid of those wrinkles, Una. Okay, a diplomat fired his entire personal guard and is now looking for new fighters to protect him from the dangers of a business trip. A crash of Spinel rhinos collapsed. By the way, last episode, I butchered rhinoceroses. I don't know what happened to me. I had a moment. I know how to say it, okay? Please, forgive me. Okay, anyways. A crash of Spinel rhinos collapsed a canal bridge connecting Diria to the mainland, spawning the worst thing of all, budget decisions. Not budget decisions. Diria seems to be very unsafe at the moment, at least if you're cattle. A few animals have not returned home in a while. Get on there. Fatal company. Political tensions ensued when the canal bridge connecting Diria to the mainland collapsed, especially because Spinel rhinos can't exactly be held responsible. The ambassador tasked with solving this mess is a young noble, and his worried best friend insists he is still in dire need of a new personal guard, especially since the roads are unsafe for travelers lately. If those travelers are cattle anyway. Okay. In the riverbanks of the Shiver Mere hides the Mary Morgan, a wrathful spirit prone to drowning men, women, and everything in between. I like the little drawing on the side too, by the way. It's like, what is that, worms? The Mary Morgan and the Banshee are a loving couple most of the time, but their current fight has their best friend Baya very worried. A Banshee is haunting the Lonesome Lagoon, wailing a song that will shatter your bones, hopefully hyperbole. Or hyperbole? The Lagoon of Tranquility, the Mary Morgan, known for her passion for drowning trespassers, and the Banshee, singer of bone-shattering songs in the Lonesome Lagoon, are two terrifying creatures. In love, but because of a mysterious dispute, their relationship is on the line, and their best friend, the Swamp Witch Baya, would do anything to keep her friend group from shattering. Couples counselor sorely needed. Who's that going to be? Fable, I wonder? Who do you think? Who do you think it's going to be? And then who do you think is gonna... I think Carolyn's gonna take the bodyguard position. I think Fable's gonna take the mediator position. Is what I think it is. Starlight Sonata, it takes 2 or 3, 10th of the astral moon. Let's see. Oh, well, hello! The SOA's best detective duo has returned! Welcome back, Melly and Malachite. John? I'm calling him Aura now. Because he's giving you migraines? No, because of his gloomy aura, of course. Well then, Melly, Aura, it's good to have you two back in town. I assume you were able to solve the mysteries surrounding the missing familiars? Yes! With the help of my trusty assistant, I was able to figure it out! That's remarkable, I have to say. Good thing you went with her, Aura. ... It was a dangerous mission. Did you encounter a T-Rex? Of course not, but we were nearly burned alive. That's not what I would have expected. You must always expect life to double-cross you. I'm glad you both made it back in one piece. But I'm curious, what was the reason behind those vanishing familiars? Do I need to worry about Andu disappearing too? How about we tell you what happened in Zoford, but only in exchange for 2 free drinks? I can see you've learned a thing or two on your first big mission. Aura taught me how to be more cunning. ... Only the basics. No need to be so humble, you taught her well. What kind of drinks would you like today, Melly? I want something that'll polish my investigative and deductive skills. A drink that'll make me even smarter than I am now, so no mysterious case like this one will ever be unsolvable for me. Coming right up. Okay. Okay, Melly. Meliana. Meliosaurus Rex. There's Sparkling Nebula, I suppose. 1, 2, 3. And then what, this? Bing bong. There you go. Let's see if this will make your brain cells multiply. Thank you. Let's me try. Oh, this is so good. I can already feel it. I'm going to be completely unstoppable. Oh no. Oh yes. Initially I wanted to sit this one out, but I might actually need a drink now. It would be my pleasure if it means that I get to hear your story. Also, I am longing for another one of your little secrets. ... Right, we made a deal. Correct. So, what will it be today? ... Maybe something that'll help me encounter my verbal attacks now that she's linguistically invincible. So the usual. All right, give me a second. I'll be right back. Bestie needs some help. Okay. Okay, Sunny Breeze coming right up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, can I even make that? Is this usually what they get? Wait, I'm having a moment, dude. Okay, no, we're doing this one. My bad. Whoops. Okay. My bad. I had a moment there. Bing bong. My bad. This should make things easier for you. Oh.
I can see it in his face.
Is it that bad?
Huh? No, silly, he likes it. You can clearly see it with the way his scarf is moving.
Oh, I see.
My detective skills aren't that bad after all.
You think you could teach me a thing or two sometime?
Of course! Then we'll be a trio. The detective, her trusty assistant, and the curious apprentice.
I like the sound of that. It's been a while since I've been an apprentice. I don't remember being asked if I wanted to be a part of this.
But I couldn't have completed this quest without you. Also, being a detective's trusty assistant is an honorable duty. And I'm glad you came with me.
Of course. Couldn't let you walk headfirst into the open maw of a hungry T-Rex. Did you actually encounter a T-Rex in Zoford? No, don't be silly. For a moment, I thought you just shared one of your many secrets with me. Right, I guess I owe you one of those now. My hair isn't actually all black. I know, that's not a secret. I can clearly see the white streak. Anyways. But now, please, I'm dying to know what happened in Zoford.
So, thanks to the golden feathers, we made it to Zoford in the blink of an eye.
I don't think I ever felt that fast in my life.
It was like we had the zoomies. They helped us remain unseen, too.
Thanks to your drink, we were able to sneak around the city without attracting too much attention.
But those ghosts were the clue we needed. I knew we'd find something at the docks, so we made our way there.
She was right. In the dead of night, just hours after we had left your tavern, we spotted a peculiar dog roaming near the water.
We watched as it tried to sneak onto a cargo ship.
It behaved weird, undog-like. Was it a shapeshifter?
It hid behind some barrels and kept looking left and right before it started to sneak on board. I'd never seen a dog do that before.
It looked like it didn't know how to be a dog. It didn't use its nose, its ears.
It was just off. We watched as one of the workers noticed the dog and scared it away. But my investigative senses were tingling, so we started asking around. As detectives do when they want to collect some evidence.
A few people said that they also seen some animals with odd behaviors. Most of them thought they had some kind of illness like rabies. Or that they were spirits disguised in animal form sent by a sea witch. So they stayed away and minded their own business.
Not very high-class detective of them, but they made for fine witnesses.
Apparently there's something of a weekly get-together for all the town's familiars. We decided to check it out. And?
We managed to track down a few of the participating familiars to get more insights. It was a little tricky since none of them wanted to talk to us at first. I think they were a bit wary of strangers.
It also seems to be difficult for familiars to speak to people they don't know. Must have something to do with their magical abilities.
But with our combined charm and charisma, Aura and I were finally able to gain the trust of one of them. And they told us something strange.
They said all those familiars went missing seemed to have been in contact with one particular magician. Was her tale always like this? I don't think it was. Oh, bestie.
So, of course, we had to pay that wizard a visit. Preferably when he wasn't at home.
I think that's called burglary. Finding out his address was child's play. Apparently, he's quite popular among the people at Zoford.
It just took Aura a little bit of well-executed bribery to find the mage's home.
Did you take some notes?
I did. Prepare yourself to be my next test subject, Innkeeper.
Should I be scared? I'm excited to see. Should I be scared?
Maybe. Only a little bit, though.
Very well. Your drink really did wonders. We managed to break in without anyone noticing.
It was so exciting. We snuck around looking for evidence. Maybe a hidden ritualistic chamber or something like that.
And did you find one?
Sadly, no. But we found his office with the door open. Inside were a lot of books about different kinds of animals and familiars.
We figured he just loved animals, or at least needed the knowledge for something else.
As any world-class detective would, I also checked his trash can.
And did you find anything?
Well, nothing that helps solve the case. But I did find something that you'd like between all the shredded paper. It looked like a recipe for a magical drink, just like the ones you serve. Ta-da!
Nice. That's very useful. Silent Owl. With the Silent Owl, you make the night your own. Its accentuated taste and hand-selected spices allow you to become the silhouette lurking in the shadows. A quick sip of its drink will grant you the sight, strength, and subtlety of a natural predator. Okay. We got some new stuff going on with Diria, too. Diria located... Okay. Oh, that's for the new mission. Okay. Then we got one for the Sai Plains. Okay. Sorry. That's very useful.
That's what I thought. Anyway, Aura and I continued our search for clues. His office also had books about common and uncommon diseases in animals, so we kind of had a connection to the reported case of rabies.
I thought it was a bit of a stretch, not that I could change your mind.
That wasn't all we found. Next to his desk, in a small cupboard, were his diaries. They were full of notes and spells that I didn't understand.
Something about transmutational magic. While she studied his diaries, I rummaged through his belongings and scrolls. I had absolutely no clue what any of it meant, until I had found something of interest. Detailed instructions on how to unbind a familiar from their services.
A thought began to manifest itself in my brain, though I couldn't quite grasp it yet. But somehow my instincts told me I had all the information I needed. I just had to stitch everything together.
Kind of like what I do when I assemble quests for my patrons?
Exactly! But right when I tried getting to it, we heard the front door squeak and creak as someone entered the house.
We tried to hide, of course, but...
Well, we hadn't been quick enough with our investigation. And definitely not subtle either. The whole place looked super chaotic. The wizard immediately knew something was off.
And a potentially dangerous person on high alert is even more dangerous, so we had to be on guard.
Aura hid under the table, but I had other plans. I managed to jump on a bookshelf and wedge myself right on top under the ceiling. So I was hidden, but could still see the whole room.
Good call.
I watched as the magician barged in, but he wasn't alone. He was accompanied by a lizard, a colorful bird, and a two-headed sheep.
Oh no, not one of those again.
Huh?
It's nothing. Please continue.
It was so weird. The bird didn't know how to fly, the lizard walked on two legs, and the sheep's two heads always looked in the same direction. As if they all didn't know how to be real animals, just like the dog for the docks. But now we had proof the weird animals were definitely connected to the weird wizard. And as if the wizard noticed something, he stopped and said to the animals, "No, you three get out of here. I don't want you to get in trouble or hurt."
I already had my fingers wrapped around the handle of my knife, ready to strike. I'm sure he felt my murderous intent. But it does sound like he cared about those animals.
That's what I thought too. As soon as they had left the room, I saw him create a ball of flames in his hand. He was ready to strike, and I knew I had to do something. We would have done horrible things to Aura. So I meowed.
Like a cat?
Uh-huh. I pretended to be a cat. And somehow it worked even though I was wearing clothes. The wizard turned around and saw me on top of the bookshelf. His features turned from worried to soft in a millisecond, and he said, "Oh, a little rascal, how did you get in here? Did I lock you in? You must be terribly scared." And I was scared, but not for the reason he thought. So I just meowed a second time, as you do when you're pretending to be a cat. And then he said very politely, "Would you please come down here? This room isn't a place for little cats, but I can offer you a cup of milk instead." And that was a very tempting offer. So as any cat would, I answered, "No, but I would love some chocolate milk."
Oh no. Oh no. Oh god.
I kind of forgot that cats don't usually speak. Needless to say, his face was priceless. But then his hand started to light up again.
I immediately knew she was in danger, so I broke every possible rule the Thieves Guild taught me and just popped up from underneath the table. That was very brave of you. Don't know if I'd have been so fearless. Well, I had to. The wizard turned around. He was surprised, maybe even scared, but he was also ready to fire at me. I already saw my life flashing before my eyes.
And before I could even think about it, I yelled, "We know you don't mean any harm. You're just trying to protect those familiars, right?" Apparently I hit a nerve. He stopped right in his tracks.
I took advantage of that moment and tried to explain why we were in his home in the first place. I told him everything about the quest, the familiars, the weird dog. Usually I'm not very good with words, but well, your drink definitely did what it was supposed to. I don't know how, but I think we managed to de-escalate the situation. He looked panicked before that, as if he was being chased. Maybe he actually expected people to come after him.
Hearing all the clues out of Aura's mouth kind of flipped a switch in my brain. And I could see the truth right in front of me. Suddenly, everything made so much sense. I jumped out from the shelf and began my conclusion. It is clear to me that you, the accused, do not have ill intentions. However, that does not make you innocent. You're still involved in the disappearance of some familiars.
She was walking back and forth while she gave her speech. Needless to say, the wizard and I were equally confused.
You're fond of animals and as such also familiars, and while I don't know anything about magic, I have heard the term transmutational before. Who hasn't, honestly? It's a broad used term.
That's right, there was a blatant lie.
So I, the world's greatest detective, have concluded. You are turning familiars into animals, or at least you're making them look like animals. You also were accompanied by some of those turned familiars, and you cared for their safety. That means that they are here of their own free will. So by turning them into animals, you did them a favor. They wanted to be transmuted. But now their patrons and other familiars can't reach them anymore. And they're worried that something bad happened to them, and that's why we're here. Case closed.
That's pretty impressive. And you figured that out all by yourself?
Yep. The magician was also really impressed. I totally hit the nail on the head.
I explained again that we were just there to investigate, but that it was also necessary for the familiars and their friends and family to talk to each other. The remaining familiars wanted an explanation, as well as their former mages. The wizard already felt guilty for doing something behind their backs, of course. Turns out the familiars were unhappy in their dragon-like bodies and much preferred feeling like real animals. But they were afraid of telling their patrons and familiar friends, so none of the remaining acquaintances knew what had happened. Of course, they expected the worst. Why else would your friends just leave you alone and disappear without a trace? Yeah.
But obviously, none of them wanted to continue on that, so we helped set up a meeting for them to talk it out. And they did! All the magicians were very understanding, if a little sad to lose their connections. The other familiars also welcomed them with open arms, even though they were a little confused at first. They needed a while to understand why their friends wanted to be animals. But I think they got it eventually.
So, all in all, it sounds like a very successful quest.
Absolutely!
I'm glad you got to uncover the truth.
Me too! The magicians even decided to give us something in return for helping him.
Neither of us have any use for it, so we wanted to give it to you. What is it?
Don't say that! That makes it sound like it's a bad gift, and it's not.
What is it then?
It's a ring of beast storing with a lost familiar inside of it. He found it a long while ago, but its patron never showed up. We named it Renu.
Melina can take care of it, and Melina can't take care of it, and I have a sheepfish, Rufus. But you have Andu, so you already know how to take care of a mini dragon. Oh, I absolutely do. He might enjoy some company. So thank you two very much. Oh my god, look at him! Sorry. Oh my god. It's so cute. Stop. I need to get back to Rufus now. He gets lonely without me sometimes.
Or is it that you get lonely without him?
He's my pet. I need to take care of him. Don't worry, I'm sure Fable did a good job. Oh, it's nice to see how much you care for your pet. He's been my only friend since my parents died a long time ago.
Oh. Were they also eaten by zombies?
No. They were burned alive.
Oh. Oh no.
I remember it as if it were yesterday. It was late afternoon and my parents wanted to visit the adjacent village to buy some grain, but they never returned. I wanted to look for them. But when I got to the village, every house, every barn, and even the ground was ablaze. I heard yelling, people screaming in pain, pleading for help, and my parents were nowhere to be found. A few of the survivors confirmed that they had seen them earlier that day, before the fire. I later found out the perpetrator was the pretentious son of a noble family. He had a disagreement with a farmer over some payments and instead paid a bunch of criminals to set fire to his barn. But the fire spread uncontrollably and devoured everything in its path, including innocent lives. Just like it did today.
That's awful. I'm sorry, Aura.
It's alright, I bottled all my emotions up and combined them into desire. Nothing like repression!
We're a family?
Or revenge.
Oh. But that sounds like a lonely desire, though. And you haven't found any friends since then?
No. The people in the Thieves Guild helped me survive, but they weren't particularly keen on friendship. So I just chose the lonely path that was meant for me.
That's not very nice of them. But now you have me.
And?
We're best friends now. And accomplices.
Dang.
And we can found our own guild.
Learn more about Melly. As is fitting for a young detective, she is always eager to learn and experience new things, though her youth leads her to attach to the people around her rather quickly. On a different note, her favorite drink is hot chocolate. Looks like I have to add another recipe to my list very soon. Is that the new familiar Renu's noise? The in the background? Because I love that.
Like a detective's guild.
No. But even a grumpy, lonesome person like him can't resist a certain stray cat's charm, even though the rules of the Shadowbane's Thieves Guild and Murderous Oaths were all he knew for a long time. Maybe they'll consider an alternate career in the future, a detective's assistant, for example.
Give us a few more quests and we'll be the most famous detectives in all of Visoa.
I'm sure of that. What's up, Hex? And a good mythical morning to you, Innkeeper. This time, it's actually still morning. But that doesn't mean it isn't also morning somewhere else in the world. Of course not.
That's a really cute hat you're wearing.
Thanks.
Can I try it on sometime?
Only if you tell me your name.
A fellow master of bribery, I see. But there's nothing more you could possibly teach me. A world-class detective like me doesn't need extra lessons in bribery.
So you're a detective?
Yes! The best detective in all of Visoa, I might add. I'm Melina, by the way, but you can call me Melly.
Happy to make your acquaintance, Melly. I am Hexagon Hex, but you may call me Hex.
Like, by your last name?
No, Hex, as in short for hexagon, obviously.
Ah.
And who's the grim-looking fellow next to you?
Oh, him? They look grouchy, but they're my world-class assistant.
Not by choice.
His name is Aura.
I'm sure it is, yes. Nice to meet you, Aura.
But I think you've gotten enough information out of me. Can I try on your hat now?
That's a tricky one. You see this little star pendant on the top of my hat?
Uh-huh.
It classifies me as a wizard of the primordial sea. A silver one, I might add, one of Leviathan's most trusted confidants.
Ooh.
And all of his knowledge is directly transmitted to anyone with a hat like mine. In particular, silver stars like me have access to information that, leaked to the masses, would break the order of this world.
Oh, wow.
But every silver star has to go through extensive mental training. Such amounts of knowledge would drive any mortal without proper training insane.
No.
So I can't let you try on my hat without endangering your life. And I couldn't forgive myself if I were the reason Fasoa's best detective went mad.
That's very honorable of you. But I, the great detective Melina, have concluded that you, Hexagon Hex, are nothing but a bad liar.
Ha! You're a great detective indeed. I honestly thought you were pretty convincing, Hex. Thank you.
Wait, did you actually believe him?
I must admit, I considered it for a moment.
No way!
But I decided for myself that his words were fairly implausible. I just happen to know a thing or two about the primordial sea. I've read a few books, heard some rumors, and you know how it is. And I really doubt Leviathans would share his precious knowledge with a mere mortal. Nothing against you, Hex.
Thank the dragons. For a second, I really lost my faith in you there, Innkeeper. I gotta say, you're really convincing.
I sure am.
Looks like even a great detective like me never stops learning. Honestly, you could have just told me no, though. I would have revealed my name even without a promising magic hat on the line.
But it's more fun this way.
I think honesty is also a very important skill to master.
Whatever you say, detective.
But Hex, what brings you here today?
Sorry. Nothing really. I was just longing for another one of your drinks. You know, the kind that would flood my head with new ideas. Leave it to me. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, okay, okay. Got the silent. Oh, look at how cool that looks too, by the way. Okay, he needs some brainage going on. So what, like a sparkling nebula? Gonna pour the drink in. Gulp, 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 gulp. Gulp. There you go, bestie. Hexagonal McHexerson. There you go. This should do the trick. Huh, let's see. Oh, I can already feel it. All the ideas, they're manifesting in my brain. Honestly, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I guess we'll have to find out.
Oh, can you show me how to do a magic trick? Just to test your abilities, I mean.
Well, yes, of course I can. I'm glad you asked. You know, I'm a master of fire.
Oh, then can you also do fireballs?
I wouldn't call a fireball a mere magic trick, more like a fully fledged spell. But I can create 10 tiny flames on top of my fingertips.
Like cute little candles? I want to see that.
I would maybe advise you to play with fire outside. A lot of my ingredients are very flammable. You'll miss a real big show then. I think I'll somehow manage to survive. Your loss. Or are you coming as well? I'm good. All right, Lone Wolf, you're missing out though. Certainly.
See you later.
Have fun. Okay. Very cool. I love you. Can I pet you? Oh. Well, if it isn't Lynn. Innkeep. Lynn. Is quest up for taking? It sure is. What else would it be hanging on the quest board? Who asked you, thief? Are you going all by yourself? course. I don't do groups. But it could be quite dangerous. Dyria seems to be a hot spot for danger at the moment. You want to come with me or what? If so, spit it out, kid. No. Fine. There's nothing this greatsword can't cleave through by itself. Won't need much help. Cool. I always like that in keep. Depends on who's in the room. Not the blushing. Ah, I see how it is. You do? Yes, of course I do. You're like a dragon. You barely know me, so it's obvious that you're reserved as to not expose any weak spots. But sometimes you gotta find the fine line between being reserved and being a tad too edgy. That. Can you stop psychoanalyzing me? Yes. No. Great. Not like you're right with any of your assumptions. You could always enlighten us. I'll pass, but I wouldn't mind another drink. Same as always? Yes. Something, you know, something for my aura. Gotcha. It's on the house this time. Isn't it always on the house? Isn't it always on the house, my friends? What does he usually get? A sunny breeze? What does he get? A spoken heart. I'm like, it's not the sunny breeze. I'm getting confused because we got so many dang drinks. We're a proper mixologist. A mixing wizard, if I may say so myself. Also, let me pet you. I love you. Oh, I can't pet Andu when this is all done. Why did it make a ding-dong sound like that? Dong. Thanks. That's good enough. Splendid. Alright, moving on. What about you, Lynn? I'd like to know more about that chasmscape that's the path to Dyria. I mean, I haven't been there yet. Me neither, actually. Really? You think I'd never think... Do you think I'd never leave this tavern? You have any special insight that might be useful? Not so much about the situation in Dyria itself, but bits and bobs I picked up over the last days. Enlighten me. As you might have read, travel to Dyria has become a bit of a hazard, collapsing bridges, disappearing animals, nervous diplomats. Sounds like a haven for bandits, among other things. Either way, I'll get that blue blood to Dyria. Of course, how about a drink to aid with the undertaking? I thought you'd never ask. Any wishes? I mean, this could go either way, depends on what truly is going down in Dyria. Timing might be important, being swift and smart about it. Evasion, that's what you call it. I might have a good infusion for that. That feather of a golden loon. A what? Oh, a rare waterfowl. Legend has it the wind still resides in its feathers, which is why they lend you its speed. Ah, intriguing. Suppose it'd be great for evasion if you added some of that for the brains to it. Though I'll be dealing with a diplomat, so a little additional charisma to get me on his good side wouldn't hurt either. Definitely doable. Alternatively, to be prepped for my possible situation, something to up my defense wouldn't be too bad. How do you feel about traveling under the blessing of the dragons? I'm all ears. With a little citron, your weapon strikes will be blessed. Great against any bandits or bridges. That sounds like something my Baba would have chosen, not that she would have needed it. Let's see. She inherited that huge greatsword from her grandma, who Lynn lovingly calls Baba. Grandma must have a true hero. Oh wait. Grandma must have been a true hero, devoted to both her strength and the dragons. Naturally, Lynn has a very high expectation of herself. Luckily, she allows herself some breaks even now and then. If the situation really is that dangerous, something that'd give me more protection would fit. If it comes with enough strength to strike back, that is. But being able to evade the threat by being smart and fast about it might be better. You know what, Innkeep? I'll leave the choice to you. You should know what you're doing. Let me think about it. I'm gonna just do the... I've been liking the whole... what is it? Charisma-based stuff, so I think I'm gonna do that this time. I regret making her go kill that dragon, so... And I'm sure that's going to affect the ending, which I'm kind of sad about. But apparently there's like, I think 3 endings to this game. So I need brains first, and then, okay, wait. Do I even have the golden feathers? Yeah, I do, okay. Yeah, okay. So we've got that. So we need brains and charisma. But mainly brains. Brains. We need 3 brain. 3 brain. 3 brain and charisma. So this. Sparkly Nebula. Oh no, I guess I can't do that. Wait, because of the golden feather. Oh crap. Oh crap. Okay, wait. So which ones have the 3? So we have Peak Sunrise, Silent Owl, and it can't be that. So it's gonna have to be like a Peak Sunrise, I guess. Or Silent Owl. With a Silent Owl, you make the night your own. No, because she needs some charisma, so Peak Sunrise, I think, is what it would be. It'll let me know if I'm wrong, so. We got that, and then 2 of these. Okay, that's obviously not the correct one then. Huh. Let me try something. Okay, so that's not what it wants me to do. Okay. Wait. Okay, so no matter what, I need to have... I need to have 4 of this? Okay, wait. And 1 of these? Oh, that's what it was. A Peak Sunrise. Let's see. Let's let wits, wind, and some kind words guide your way. Let's. Oh. Where you headed? Darius and Diplomat Clan is in need of aid. Need some escorting of sorts. Aye, Innkeep. Is this the escort quest you've been offering? Yep. Boggin' crap. I've been meaning to take that one there and a little bit of coin on the side. Well, I already committed to it. And what if I tell you that I want the quest? Well, you ain't getting it. Simple. Could you stop me? You want me to try? I'd love you to. Come on now. Just go together. Who asked you? Exactly. Your conversation is giving me a headache. The solution is as easy as it is efficient. Go together. One takes on the big bads and the other the small ones. Either way, you're better prepared for a fight. If it comes to it. Listen, I'm looking to buy some materials for an important project. Material costs exploded ever since the stars fell. I wouldn't mind a side gig. You look sturdy, like you could take a few blows, so sure. Let's do it. Let's meet tonight at the crossroads on Themis. We'll leave from there. Great. I'll head to my room to start packing. And to take a nap. Those are effective after all, huh? Oh, shush. Okay. You're a brooding fella, aren't you? This is just who I am. I've met fellas like you before. You're all the same. Often you got the truest hearts of gold. Can we skip the sincerity? My headache is bad enough. Innkeep. Freya? Kyle keeps talking about fireworks. He's still oblivious about what's actually happened. Luck's with the fools, they say. For many, it'd be wiser if they had just been fireworks. He keeps blabbering about that letter. Oh? Have you opened it yet? No. Dragon White might be inside? Didn't have time yet. Suddenly, your lines don't sound so empty anymore. Don't think too hard about it. Oh god. Think about what? Nothing. Of course not. I didn't mean to pry or anything, even though I am very curious by nature. Good for you. I would agree. That and wanderlust is the reason why I decided to come here. To the tavern, to Zenith, to adventure. Woohoo. Thank you. I've come to inquire whether someone has already embarked on the quest to escort my dear friend to Delia. Very much so. She's sitting right here. Where? Oh, how rude of me. Of course, hello, brave adventurer. Rhea's enough. Hello, brave Rhea. You are the one who's going to escort my dear friend. Along with Lynn. That one. Oh, Carolyn, phenomenal. I'm beyond thrilled to learn that my dear friend is going to be in such capable hands. Though, I've been wondering. Come on, spit it out. Could I perhaps join? It's totally alright if not, but this diplomat is very dear to me and it feels like my duty to aid him. Can you even fight? Well, I can talk very well. In fact, I can fight with my words. Oh god. Let's see. Turns out Archie is not only an avid reader, but also an aspiring author. To fulfill his dreams and acquire more inspiration acquire more inspiration for his words, he's determined to go on a real adventure. Good thing his childhood friend is in dire need of brave adventurers to help him out. The wolf would hate it. So, sure thing, come along, lad, I'll show you some tricks. We leave at midnight. Really? How exciting! Come on, let's go. Oh my god. Oh, how the turntables! Me, going on a very dangerous and important quest, instead of merely reading about it. Seems like you're on the right path for your hero's journey. Indeed, all the stories I'll have to tell when I return, innkeeper. I can't wait. Farewell. See you soon. Goodbye. Ta-ta. Toodaloo. See you soon. I hope their quest goes well and they don't run into anything unexpected. Oh god. Oh, what's on your mind? Are there any open quests left? There is one, but it involves social conflict resolution. Oh god. Sure, whatever. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, bestie. I'm taking this. Isn't it a bit too soon to go on another quest? You just got back. At least have a long rest, replenish some resources. I'm good. Are you sure? No, but who cares? I do. Don't. A bit too late for that, I'm afraid. I already paid you with a story for today, so get me one of those quest drinks. Something with a little more violence. I don't think I'll be doing that. Bestie, listen. Hiya, Innkeeper. Hiya, Fable. Hiya, Mel. Hi. Yeah, never mind. Would you like a drink? Actually, I'm here for a quest. Archie told me there was still one left, and I wanted to ask if I could take it. Good question, Fable. Oh, God. Not the That was a perfect time to yawn, by the way. I see it's on me to answer it. Aura is thinking about taking the quest. Who's Aura? John. Malachite. That guy. Oh, nice name. Thank you. But if you're already taking it, I guess I'm too late. I hope you have fun. Why don't you two go together? Together? Is that allowed? Of course, teamwork is the adventuring world's bread and butter. Most heroic deeds are not done alone. Life would be very lonely that way. It would be, yes. So you should go on this quest together. Combine your individual strengths to solve any problems better than you ever could alone. And you could get to know each other better in the process. It's a win-win. Aura, what do you think? Would you be okay with that? I guess. Would you? I think so. It sounds fun. Cool. It's settled then. You'll go together. If I can ask, what exactly is the quest about? Archie only mentioned there was one. It's simple. Baya is worried because the Banshee of the Lonesome Lagoon and the Mary Morgan of the Ashen Grove aren't speaking to each other. She fears the end of their relationship would also mean the end of her friendship with them. Oh god. Baya is friends with the Mary Morgan? Best friends. Oh! So we need to talk to the Mary Morgan? And the Banshee. What an opportunity. I always wanted to come face to face with the embodiment of sorrow. Don't you think that's scary? No. You know what's scary? Failing relationships. Oh my god! Facts. Social fights are the most dangerous kind. I find them less scary than wrathful spirits. Seems like together your fears will cancel each other out. I don't know enough about math to dispute that. Speaking of math-ish, how do you two want to approach this? This is not an easy task, so we must be smart about it. Do you still have some of those fake crystals, the ones that make you fade into the shadows entirely? Sure do. Good. I suggest you miss those with a hefty serving of intelligence. Then we can turn invisible and come up with a clever ruse to make them fall for each other again without them ever knowing it was us. You just want to avoid social interaction? Maybe. Or maybe I just remember how well being invisible served me last time. Fair enough. I don't know. I feel like they should talk about their feelings. What if their feelings are that they never wanted to talk to each other ever again? Then they should talk about that too. That's not the point of the quest. I think it is. We should face the problem head on instead of trying to find a way to avoid it. I think I could do with another round of charisma for this one. And maybe Innkeeper Clay mentioned you have Thunder Sage. That would help us inspire other people, right? Correct. I'll admit it works a little bit differently for everyone, but I have no doubt you'll figure it out. Speaking of Clay, he wanted me to tell you that he and Tia will be making it in time for the barbecue. Really? That's amazing! Or you should come too. We're having a barbecue at the werewolf settlement on the 31st. It'll be great fun, I think. I don't think so. Oh, alright. I have to get back to Rufus at some point. He'll need his wool cut. Speaking of Rufus, if you're here, Fable, where's the sheepfish? Melina picked him up. She said she'd bring him home so he has to spend less time alone. Great. Was that wrong? I told her exactly what kind of food to give him in case he gets hungry while they wait for you. No, it's fine. He likes her. They're a good match. Anyway, we should hurry so you don't miss your barbecue. You're right. Innkeeper, can you help us pick the right approach? Either invisible and intelligent or charismatic and inspiring. I trust your expertise. We're gonna do inspiring because it's not okay to spy on people. Don't spy on people. Don't do it. Let me think about it. What's the Thunder Sage? Is this... What is that? Wait, I guess I could look it up in my book. Thunder Sage. Thunder. This is the Thunder Sage? This? Wait. I think this is it, right? Yeah. I just got thrown off because of the purple. I was like, what is this? Okay, so we got Thunder Sage. And what are my drink options? There it is. With intelligence. Or charisma, sorry. We could do 1,000 wins, I guess. 1,000 wins, would it be? No. There needs to be charisma and intelligence. 3 charisma and then some intelligence. What it would be. So it would be a sunny breeze. There we go. Okay. Gotta get our tongue loosened up. So we can brainwash these people into thinking they're happy. A sunny breeze. Coming right up. I think a direct approach is the better choice. After all, honest communication is important, right? Would you say so? Very much so. And you? I think honesty is the best approach to any situation, including this one. Agreed. I think the only question left is, where should we start? The Ashen Grove is closer. And you already know where to find the Mary Morgan. You do? Yes, I encountered her before. So she'll remember you? Useful. I hope not. Last time she tried to drown me. Oh, I see. It was pretty embarrassing. I know the way to the Banshee too. I might be smarter to start with the one further away, work backwards and all. That makes sense. Let's do that. Good, but we should prepare first. The journey to Boreas won't be easy. You're right. We should leave tomorrow morning. We should. Dut dut dut. Dut dut dut. Wonderful. Glad to know that you'll actually rest between quests, Sora. If I must. You went on a quest with Melly, right? How was it? Fine. Reminded me of my parents. Are they well? They're dead. Oh! Burned to death. Oh, I'm sorry. That's horrible. That's life. It shouldn't be. How old were you when you lost them? 7. Just like Melly. Oh wow, that must have been really scary. It was, fine. It doesn't sound fine. When I was 7, I ran into a vine-spiked boar while searching for friendly rocks. It chased me through the forest for almost an entire hour. First I thought I was going to die, then I was sure I was never going to step foot outside again. But when they found me crying, my family hugged me so tightly they dried up all my tears. And when I sat in my room in frozen fear, we danced and played board games until I forgot I was even scared. I can't imagine not having that. I can. Damn. It was... Please, don't say fine. Scary. Really scary. I waited at home by myself for 2 whole days. I thought the shadows were going to eat me at some point. And when I finally was brave enough to leave, it was too late. I know it wasn't your fault. Wait, you know it wasn't your fault, right? I know I never wanted to feel that scared again. But it's fine, because I fixed it. Fixed it? How? By taking revenge on the... who caused their death. A popular approach these days. Did that make you feel any better? Yeah, sure. It was just a natural path of my journey, following the path of darkness. It's my destiny. Misery is nobody's destiny. She's right. You shouldn't confine yourself to sadness just because it's what you were used to. Besides, the innkeeper always says you can choose your own destiny, and I decided our destiny is to bring these 2 lovebirds back together, at least for now. I think I need to go prepare for our treacherous journey ahead. You should let Melina know you're leaving. She'll be worried senseless otherwise. Let her know you'll be back. I might not be. Don't be like your parents. Damn. Whatever. Time to go. Damn. Do you think I should go after them? I think sometimes we need a bit more time to feel our feelings by ourselves before we feel comfortable enough feeling them in front of other people. That's a no, right? Give him a moment. You'll have plenty of time to be there for him when you're trying to play matchmaker for the undead. Right. We have to do that. Which is fine. I'll be fine. The Mary Morgan probably doesn't even remember me. And if she does, I can just run or hide or cry. No matter what, you won't be alone. I can't tell Aura how afraid I am. It'll be so embarrassing. If you want to be there for him, you should also let him know when you're scared. It's only fair. I don't want to burden them with my problems. Being a burden every once in a while is part of the wonderful experience of being loved. Your friends appreciate when you trust them enough to let them help you. Because when you care for people, you're willing to put in a little work to make them smile. But you already know that, don't you? I do, but it's just so much harder to keep in mind when it comes to myself. I know, but you're doing very well, Fable. Thank you, Innkeeper. It's all thanks to you. That isn't true. I've been trying to help you the best I can, but you're the only one who actually has to change. And I'm proud of how far you've come. Let's call it teamwork then. Let's. Anytime. Can I stay for a little longer? I think I need a bit more time before I can face my fears. Always, Fable. Thank you. Well, well, well. Morning. It's not morning. Did I sleep that long? No, it's still the same day. Ah, that makes more sense. Not morning, Elfie. Not morning. How did you sleep? Not much. Think your drink made me restless. Archie said you're going on a quest. Yeah, Ray and I'll be escorting some bleep to Daria. Be a little nicer, please. He's Archie's friend. Sorry, we'll be escorting some rich idiot to Daria. He's Archie's friend? I see. That's why he was so excited. Because his friend's leaving, must really be craving some peace and quiet. Oh, no. He's excited because he gets to travel together. What? He said he's coming along. Since when? Rhea invited him. Great. Is it too late to back out? Yes, don't be a coward. Fine. But I'll need another drink. That would be rather difficult. I already gave you a drink tailored to your quest, and my boost shouldn't be mixed so irresponsibly right before an adventure. So I'm just supposed to deal with this headache by myself? Yep. Very helpful, thank you. You're welcome. You think something exciting will happen on our quest? We'll see. I've got a good feeling about it. You reckon I'm gonna slay another guardian? Maybe. That would be intense, right? What kind of would you like to fight this time? Not sure. I feel like I already met the one I was looking for. What could be greater fighting than slaying? Wait, what could be a greater fight than slaying a wyvern chimera? You're right. I think that means it's time to befriend the Realm's Keepers now. Wouldn't that be something? Which one would you like to meet the most? Gaia. Can't think of a greater honor than that, you? Gaia as well, but I feel like I should pick someone else for balance. Cassiopeia, maybe? I'd love to ask her how she's doing right now. Maybe give her a hug. You'd be the type to give a dragon a hug. What does that mean? That you're very lovely, I think. Something like that. So, fellow dragon enjoyer, who would you pick? No repeats. Ooh, the first dragon and the origin of everything. Tuat, the great spirit dragon, Leviathan, the serpent of the primordial sea. Ooh. Ooh, let's do the first dragon and the origin of everything. There's just something fascinating about trying to understand the incomprehensible. They say their domain is covered in the roots of the Aether Tree. Laying eyes upon them supposedly reveals unspoken truths of the universe. Wonder what that'd do to you. Something fun, I'm sure. But I suspect your quest will have its merits, even if you don't meet any of the Realm Keepers. That's true. I bet you and Rhea will have a lot to talk about, and you can teach Archie more about adventuring. I'm not so sure about that. You're a great teacher. I've learned so much from you already, just by being your friend. Like how you say what I really mean. I'm still working on it, obviously, but I feel so much better when I'm being honest about what I want. You've been getting a lot better at it. Thank you. And Melly loves practicing with you too. She says she wants to ask Rhea to build her a great sword for her own. So a regular-sized dagger. Teaching someone to hold a sword is one thing, guts and bravery are something else. Not sure I could teach Archie something. I'm still practicing myself. You can always practice together. Yeah, speaking of practice, you're going on a quest too, Elfie. I am! Aura and I are going to fix the Banshee and the Mary Morgan's relationship. Is that sneaky twister's new name? It is. Ain't you scared of Mary Morgan? Only a little. Okay, maybe a lot. Do you think she's going to drown me, or do you think the Banshee will? Maybe they'll reunite together, the teamwork of drowning me. Probably not. I think you'll probably find some wacky as heck solution that no person in the history of Dragonkind would have ever thought of. Like being kind or whatever. I'd like that. And if all else fails, you always got an insane air echo by your side to pull you out of the water if he can swim. He's sane. Is he? Well, mostly I think he's sad, and sadness can make people feel a lot of intense things. Like fear or anger or nothing at all. Anything that isn't sadness. It's easy to lose yourself in that, but there's always a way out if you're looking. You're taking that sheepfish thing along. Maybe. I think he might let him stay with Melina so she isn't so alone. Or so he isn't at risk of losing him. Probably both. Not a bad idea. Would hate for her to be all alone while you two go chasing ghosts. Maybe we could send Grace over to check up on her? Or Hex. No. Guess if you're going with whatever the Drake's his name is, you'll finally be able to ask him about his cheesecake recipe. Cheesecake recipe? Melina mentioned he has a good one. I thought maybe he would show me how to make it. That sounds like a great idea. Ask him. You can use my kitchen if you want to. Really? That would be amazing. I'll ask him. Maybe. Andu will be waiting for you. On a completely different note, Len, what happened to those undead snails you wanted to check in on? Well, they're slow, ain't they? Still got a little time to stick around. So you'd say you like it here. It's not too bad here, though maybe I'd even bring my cousin a souvenir. Hands off my trinkets. I ain't that air echo. I'll get her something from the market or the elf settlement. And maybe I'll bring you something back for her farm, Elfie. You mentioned you'd love to try planting some ghost berries. Either way, I'll stop by sooner or later. Don't want to risk her turning into a werewolf or moving house. Ha! No, but seriously, if any more of my family members turn into dragon-forsaken werewolves, I'll be joining the Van Helsens. Still don't know if they kill werewolves. Don't care. Do you think I could come with you when you go, I mean? I could gather the ghost berries myself, but I know a lot about snails. You should. You've got a way with her family members. And the snails would love you. Have to agree. You'd probably make it a chaotic mess, but a fun chaotic mess. Yeah. Seems like you guys did end up forming a party after all. Shut up. Okay. Anyway, it's late. Fable has a hidden talent for being able to read other people extremely well. Despite their anxiety, they know what to say in serious situations and go out of their way to help people in need. Turns out a little of positive feedback and validation is enough motivation to chase their dream and adventuring. Anyway, it's late. I think I should go back to the settlement and catch some rest. Carolyn, do you want to come with me? We could stop by the werewolf settlement and say hi to Mr. Dragon, or bye. Ain't sure I got any tips for you in return, but I can listen to you worrying. Yeah, you're good at that. Do you want to come too, Innkeeper? I'm afraid Andrew doesn't do well in civilization, or alone, especially not alone. But I'll be eagerly awaiting your stories. We'll return with plenty. I'm counting on it. Good night, Lynn. Good night, Fable. Night. Good night. Bye, y'all. Nighty night. Okay, everybody, with that, this is where we're gonna end this part of Tavern Talk. It's been so much fun. If you guys have not already, please make sure to like and subscribe because I appreciate any and all support, and I will see you guys in the next episode. We're gonna get an update. There we go. Okay, well, with that, everybody, it's been so much fun, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Tavern Talk. Bye!